Okay, let's walk through the steps of how to set up a 360 driving scene from a new project. Firstly, we'll launch the listener so we can see the IP address and port number of my machine. Then I'll open the launcher and add an editor, relay, and 2 render nodes. Let's copy and paste the IP address for the render nodes here, then launch all. In the editor, we'll connect the relay and the 2 render nodes, and then we'll open up the hardware parent in the project graph tree and select the outputs option. We'll add 2 outputs here, make sure the borderless option is enabled, which is required for Genlock sync between displays. We'll set the render resolution of each signal of the render nodes, the inner and the outer. You may find your outer camera can look soft if the resolution is not high enough, so this is where you'll increase that resolution. Then we need to create our displays, which need to match the same physical layout and space in the real world to align with the camera tracking system. Then we'll tell Nuke Stage which render node controls which display, and what output node from the Nuke Stage node graph that display should be showing. Next step, after setting up the stage, is to define 2 cameras. One for the inner, meaning what you will see through the tracked camera, and one for the outer camera, meaning the 360 render that will be contributing to the environment lighting and reflections. Once you've completed these steps, which you only need to do once, you can then export and import your setup from these icons in your project graph. You're now in a position to start adding content to your scene. So let's open up the Scene tab and add a sphere mesh and scale up to 30 so the sphere surrounds us. Keeping the sphere highlighted, we can right click and create a texture override so that we can replace the white default texture. Then we'll navigate to the comp workspace where we can change this white constant texture to our 360 degree plate. In the bottom node graph panel, you'll see our white constant connected. We can remove that and add a read node by tabbing and typing out our node. In the properties window, we can locate the pattern field for our read and browse to our 360 plate. Now we can see our content playing back. We have the flexibility to rotate the plate to see different angles on the 360. We can change color, pull chroma keys, or use defocusing tools, etc. for extra flexibility on the virtual production shoot. So that wraps up starting a project, adding a USD mesh, overriding a texture, importing content and mapping it to the correct display. Now we'll take a look at some custom setups that replicate different potential stage configurations and how we can control the content being displayed.